welcome everyone once again. Good to see you in our July edition of the Learning Lab Insider. I'm here today with Kapor, and we are excited to walk you through our latest releases.
Hello, everyone.
Great. So we'll focus on a few of them today, but we're actively working on introducing more and more improvements, new features to the platform. So we encourage you to review our changelog from time to time, which is available on your admin area for more updates. Now let's have a look at our today's agenda. We will look at AI PowerPoint imports, so the first of many of AI improvements coming in the next few months. And then we move on to the advanced reporting system, and we'll look at our authoring tool in detail, including various improvements such as hotspots, updates, UI, navigation, text widget updates, and improved item creation. So there's a few of them for today. We'll also cover event notifications improvements and wrapping up with the InstaLearn updates. So quite a packed agenda. Hope you'll be excited to see the details. Great. So now looking at the very first slide, starting with the AI PowerPoint import, Gabor, would you like to walk us through this in more detail?
Sure. So as Julia said, indeed, our main focus middle this year until the end of this year is really to release new AI features. We are going to roll them out gradually. And so sometimes some of the features will start with the basic functions, and based on your feedback and also what we have in mind, we are going to keep them improving. The first one is indeed to help importing existing files and turn them into lesson slides automatically. Since this slide was created, we also added PDF support. So at the moment, it's possible to upload a PowerPoint or a PDF document. And from both, the system is going to create automatically the lessons. This is definitely saving time for administrators not having to copy paste all the material. Of course, we have more updates in mind to have a better and more sophisticated template selection after for these slides, or better detection of element positioning and so on. But already the fact that the slides are automatically created based on your file is a lot of savior. So we are really looking at all these AI features from a perspective, which are the ones which will give you the most help and to replace all these monotone processes or all those areas where you spend the most of the time. So in the next edition of our webinar, we are going to talk much more about AI. So this is one of the first features that you can already test in production.
Great, thanks a lot, Gabor. Now jumping to the next exciting topic, the advanced reporting system. Let's stay still with you, Gabor, as it's a bit more technical. So could you walk us through what's changed here?
Yes, I think many of you already seen this new section. So we definitely created a new section called reporting. And at the moment, we have two kinds of reports activated. One is the users report, the other one is a content report. More is coming. So of course, we are going to place here the groups report. We are thinking of having library, or webinar, or learning path reports as well in the same section. But if we, for example, take the user report as an example, it's very similar to the report we had in terms of the fields, what you can select as an information for the user. Like we can see all the core information, email, first name, last name, when someone was registered, so on and so forth. But now with the new UI, we categorize them better. So they are moved into categories. And there's also a search function to help to find some of the parameters which might be hiding under one category. So it's easier to find parameters. The second added value of the new system is that when you're selecting the columns, the information that you want to download, you can also set up a predefined order. Because before it was like a fixed order, but now you can say, I want the email address to be the first, or the name, or some of the country information related to the user. So it really helps to make it more usable as you read the document that is downloaded. So that's the second added value. The third one is the fact that you can save these reports. So before, every time you were downloading the same report, you had to go on the user section and click them together. So definitely a very good improvement that you can give a title, a name, and a description to this report, and you can save it for later. As soon as you save it, generation starts. But when you come back, next time you just need to press a button to say regenerate, and then the system is going to create a fresh copy. Sometimes we received the question that, oh, I came back and I downloaded the report again, and it's the same report. Yes, we have versions. So you have to still create and regenerate a version when you want to see a new one. So this is the regenerate button that we see on the video right now. But you don't have to click it together. You can go back anytime to change. Let's say you created a report and from next month you need more fields or you need to change a little bit, you can still go back and edit. There's also one more thing, which I'm not sure we see on this video, but we added formatting capabilities. To say, for example, if you select the progress information, you will be able to select, is it a numeric value? Is it a numeric value with a percentage, a human readable value, started, not started, and so on. When it comes to date and times, to select, is it date only with the time, US or EU format? So we can add now, and we added already a lot of formatting capabilities as well. So while this list is very complete of what you can download as a report, we are of course receiving, and we are very happy to receive new ideas, what you need in this generation system. So that's how we are planning to improve it. But we have other improvement ideas as well. Just a little sneak peek as always. We are planning to have, and we are working right now on sharing reports, meaning sometimes reports are still a bit technical, right? And HQ, the global admins, would like to help the regions, the other sub-admins with some predefined reports, which are useful for everyone. So in the future, you will be able to create as a super admin a report, which is shared as a structure with others. So they only need to press the button and download the data, what they have access to, because of course, many sub-admins have access to a smaller population. And also we are thinking about creating scheduled generation. So at the moment you still need to go back and press the regenerate button, but we're thinking to add an option to say, I want this report every Monday morning, 8 a.m. to be generated and sent to me. So that is going to help as well. So already we are very happy with the improvements of this new reporting system is giving, but of course we still have a lot in the pipe.
Great. Thanks a lot, Gabor, for this overview. And we received a question in the meantime. So the question is, what is the difference between the users report and content report? In users report, we can extract also completion data, right? So what is the main difference here?
Absolutely. So the main difference between the types is, let's say, the rows, the records, what we are looking at. Because in the users report, we're going to look at users. Each line in the file is one user. And of course, you can select the parameters like what you download. Now, in a content report, the lines are the content. So you can say, I want to download all the courses or specific content with specific tags. There are a few filters for the content as well. And then in each line there is one course, for example, and the columns are way different from the users one. For example, number of users who access this piece of content, or the general progression. It's a quiz, maybe then the average score. So it is more like a report from a content perspective, like how many people accessed, how many is finished it, to have really from a different direction. And that's what we're planning to do with the learning paths or webinars or library as well. For example, library, how many downloaded, how many previewed, how many users, and so on.
Great. Thanks, Gabor. So of course, if you still have some questions afterwards, we will have a dedicated area as well, so you can think of questions now. And of course, you can also reach out to us afterwards when you start testing those features. Now moving on to the Hotspots improvements. This is one of many improvements that we've done this year regarding the authoring tool. So first of all, we're looking at hotspots, and we have a few items listed here. So first of all, we really want to make sure that when you create something in the backend, in the admin area, that it really resembles the end result for the users as well. So you don't have to switch between the views, go to the user view, compare, and we're getting there with the resemblance. One of those improvements is about the hotspots. So now you can really see how they would look like on the front end area rather than still in this editing mode. The other improvement that you could see on the screen just now was about this background blur effect for the text area. So it's very nice if you have some solid background with an image and you still want the hotspot to be a bit more visible to make it more premium. So you can add this background blur effect with the current settings. Aside from that, as you can see now, we added quite a few options for formatting the photos and the images within the hotspots. And now we also support this portrait-oriented images within the hotspots. So you can now really make sure that the images are displayed in a nice way. And at the very moment we see on the video the actual result of the background blur effect. So those are just a few of the fun updates for hotspots. Gabor, do you have anything to add here to that point?
Just because I don't remember if we already mentioned in the previous one, but the hotspots can have animations as well, so they can appear one after the other. It is also adding a little bit of a dynamism. And maybe you mentioned, but now with the hotspots, you can have as well video hotspots. I just want to mention it once again because we are creating so much engaging content using this combination to have a video, and then the hotspots are appearing at the end of the video or in a looped video. This is also like hotspot improvement. It is really making a good dynamic content feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Good point. Thanks a lot, Gabor. It's really useful to add it here and mention it once more. Great. Still within the authoring tool, let's jump to the next slide, which is more about the UI updates. So on this side, Gabor, over to you.
I see this. That's a feature that we did not yet roll out. Maybe it is on staging this week, but definitely it is absolutely coming and it is amazing. So as you can see on the top of this video, you have the layout switching. So before you had to go to the preview function to see the mobile view. Now you can edit everything on the mobile view directly, which is helping with definitely those clients who are mobile first. There is also a zoom function, zooming in and out. Now the editing tool really works as a canvas. Why it is good? For example, if you open the panel on the right side with the settings, maybe it is covering some section, or as you can see, you zoom out to see it better, and you have to be able to move around your canvas. So it is really like other tools out there which are more image editing or website editing tools. So we are getting more advanced on that. And also, again, sneak peek, we are planning to have a combined view where you can see the mobile and the desktop at the same time on one canvas. So if you do some change, you will be already seeing the other change at the same time. And you can see you can move around, you can zoom in and out even with the keyboard and the mouse scroll. So yeah, and at the same time, we are improving the authoring tool in other directions as well. You will see these panels on the left and the right are going to get a new look, which is not visible on this video because but we are going to have a very nice new glass look. And also we have the little settings icons still a bit everywhere. We are going to move those settings icons into right panel as well. So all these updates are coming in July. So yeah, it will be a topic for the next webinar, but we are very excited to have more sleek design and more usefulness for edits to the authoring tool.
Yeah, definitely. Since you love to add some sneak peeks from your side.
Always.
So we were happy to mention that already here. Great. So moving on, still within the authoring tool area. This is something that's available actually from some time now, but we thought it's really useful in terms of improving the user flow. And this is about inline lesson navigation. So especially useful for longer slides and when you have also mobile learning. This could be interesting because then you really make your users focus on the content that they are going through slide by slide. And only at the bottom they are able to go next. So it's no longer in the top area, top right corner, but at the very bottom when they actually scroll down. And since with our authoring tool, you can build long, exciting and engaging slides, we really wanted to make sure that nothing is missed. And definitely also to support this mobile learning area. Great. So we can jump directly to the next point from the list, still within the slide builder area, which is about the text widget updates. We already mentioned some improvements to animations within Hotspots, but we also introduced one when it comes to text widgets. What's important is that previously we had the animation covering the whole block, but right now you can change it so that it's word by word. And as you can see right now on the video, you can of course still choose the animation, and the text widget will be animated not in one go, but rather word by word. So it can really make the content dynamic and rich.
Yeah, of course, it's a recommendation to mainly use it for titles. So for big text box, it doesn't necessarily look good, or it's kind of can be slow. But for like big with big typeface written titles, it can look really, really good.
Good. Thanks, Gabor. Great. Now, next, also text widget related update is about the editor padding being removed. So, Gabor, would you like to dive into this one?
Yes, I mean, we definitely want to get as close, if not 100%, on the editing space as how it is going to look for the users. And we realized that all these text boxes had their own padding in the editing tool, the authoring tool, and so because of this, the distance was not really the same on the admin area as it was on the actual devices. And now we fixed that. So now when you focus the text box, we also removed the little border around this text box when they are not focused. So you can, because before there was like a little gray outline to present that here is a text box that you can click into as an admin. Now we remove that as well. So there are little fine tunings here and there to make sure it's like 100% what you see, what you get.
Great. Thank you, Gabor. And then last item from the authoring tool improvements list is about how you create multiple items within different widgets. So of course, now you have this option to add the plus icon when you create buckets, flashcards, accordion. So you don't have to go out and in to create more items, but you can just simply click on a plus icon. So it's very seamless, either directly in the editing screen that you can see right now, just by one click, or you can also go to, you can look at the right side when you have the settings of the widget. We also added this little plus, so you don't have to go to the editing panel to add a new item, but you can also do it directly from the slide view, which we'll see in a moment with an example from multiple choice. And as you can see, it's available wherever you have multiple items to be created. So it should make your editing a bit easier. Great. So now we covered all the authoring tool segments. So taking a slightly different angle, we have event notifications improvements. A small one, but surely an exciting and useful update. Gabor, over to you on this one.
Yes. Visually, this setting was there since a while, but now it's been properly implemented. This is sending out an email to the user, and you can define per event which emails would you like to send out before 1 day, before 30 minutes, at the event, after the event. And of course, for all of these emails, there is a template setting under settings, so you can really create your own wording for all these events. I'm not 100% sure everyone knows about it. We also have designed emails now, and because on this video we can see the nice header and the footer. Uh, this is, let's say, is absolutely possible by you. You can test it out how it works to add a little logo, little color on the top and then the footer of the emails which are sent out, not only for the events, but for all email communication, or to add the social icons and so on. Of course, if you need help, we are happy to help, but it can really make, of course, the email communication, which is going out, very branded and very seamless with your other emails which is sent like in a company context. So we really recommend going under settings and emails and turn on the designed header and footer, because that's really a very good add-on.
Great. Thanks, Gabor. So now we jump directly to the last but not least exciting updates. Since we've introduced InstaLearn a few months ago, we are keep improving the feature itself, and we want to make sure that it's rich enough and that you can use it in different ways. So recently we've introduced scheduling features. So now you can decide when the Insta story will be scheduled, and you can also decide when it should be unpublished. It could be very useful when working with different content and planning. And the other feature that we've introduced, like a sub feature to the InstaLearn one, is the likes feature. So now you can also, as a user, click and like the story that you think is nice and you found it interesting. Those two are visible in the video, but I'm sure Gabor wants to mention one more that was also rolled out, and it's regarding statistics of the learning, InstaLearning.
Yes, indeed. So, of course, we want to give more visibility on the reception of these stories. So, as an administrator, you can go on the InstaLearn list to the actual stories, not the categories, but the stories. And if you switch to the list view, it's a little bit hidden. But if you switch the list view, then you will see the number of opens and the number of views and maybe the likes, or the views and the likes. So you will see there the number of people who were interacted with this content.
Great. Thanks so much. And good that we mentioned this list view. It's important that with the, of course, cards view, we want it to be visual and appealing, also for the admins to have a look at it. But if you really want this, those more geeky details, you would need to switch to the list view to have a look at those.
I think we have one more topic which we didn't really add here, but it's very important to mention, is that we have, maybe it was on the previous webinar, but I want to highlight it once again, that we have now Teams integration. So before we had the Zoom integration as webinars, now we also have Teams. And you can find it under the settings integrations panel. So you can check internally with your IT teams. If you need help, we are very happy to help. And with the Teams integration, it will be also seamless that the event is automatically, the Teams meeting is automatically created. It can be accessible from the platform. It is going to get all the participation information. So it is great, of course, because there's really like a split between clients and teams. Some using Zooms, but the rest is really using Teams. So that's going to be a lot of help for sure. And it will be really worth to join our next webinar, because we are having this month in July really quite a lot of exciting AI features coming out. So we have a lot to talk about that. As I said, we also have some authoring tool improvements. So yes, we are going to have a very nice topics for next time as well.
Exactly. Very good point, Kapor. So thank you so much for joining our webinar. We hope that you liked our newest feature updates. And of course, as Gabor mentioned, we invite you to join our next webinar, in which we'll uncover a bit the AI area of the improvements we want to introduce. So thanks a lot. Wishing you all a nice day. And of course, as usual, if you have any questions, you can reach us through the ticketing system on the admin area, or by contacting someone from the team. So thanks a lot, and see you next time.
Thank you very much. See
Bye.
you.